Hi, Jason Baker here with Short Sale Success, and today we're going to be covering the new HAFA updates that came out on June 1st. Short Sale Success is a short sale software company. They provide you with a dedicated setup team that works directly for you, and if you want, master negotiators to handle your files. We're more than a software company. We have the software that comes with a team behind it. We call it teamware. Okay, now we're going to be showing you our Short Sale Success certified HAFA snippet. It's a little update segment. We hope you enjoy it. Again, this is a little snippet in our short sale certification course that we do both online and live. HAFA has been extended to December 31st, 2013. I think it'll get extended for longer than that. We'll find out soon enough. The occupant requirement has been removed. It no longer needs to be an owner-occupied property for non-FANNIE FREDDIE HAFA short sales. Second lien payouts have increased from $6,000 to $8,500. This is great news. How many times have you been there with a second mortgage and the bank wouldn't pay enough, right? So they're upping it at $2,500. That doesn't seem like a lot, but believe me, it's the difference between a deal and no deal all the time. There's just some times where the first mortgage just won't give enough, and now when it's HAFA, they'll give up to $8,500. That's for combined junior mortgages, okay? It's for mortgages. It's not for HOAs, etc. The bank would have to agree to pay those on the side. But so $8,500 could be, so let's just say there was a second and a third mortgage. If you were unlucky enough to have a three mortgage short sale, believe me, we've all been there, $5,000 might go to the second and say $3,500 to the third. A third that got $3,500 would be a happy camper. The relocation assistance now, they still giving out $3,000, but it's going to be paid to whoever's living in the home, if anybody. So if nobody's living in the home, no money. That's the new rule. And if a renter's living in the home, the renter will get it. Okay, so make sure when you're talking up HAFA, which is a good idea, that you know these new changes. Okay, so you don't look like a fool down the road. This all took effect on June 1st, 2012. Okay, there's a new RMA and non-owner occupied cert. Okay, the new RMA stands for Requests for Mortgage Assistance. Okay, and we've put these inside the Short Sale Sync software. We'll go look at them in a minute so you know what they look like. So when there is someone living in the home other than the person who has the mortgage, and otherwise it's being rented or it's a family member lives there, anybody but the actual owner of the home lives there, you're going to need to submit, and it's not Fannie or Freddie, you're going to need to submit the new RMA and an NOO Cert. Okay, again, we'll take a look at those in just a minute. Pay attention to the new fields in the RMA, okay? We're going to look at that briefly here. All right, and we'll also look at the NOO Cert. Okay, let's take a look at those right now. Okay, so when you enter Short Sale Sync and you're looking for the new RMA, you need to make sure it's a HAFA file, because obviously that's for HAFA, or a loan mod file, okay, either one of the two. The software comes with both. So let's just say it's a HAFA file, okay. It'll be found right here. It'll be under HAFA Forms, towards the bottom, RMA, Treasury, non-FANNIE, non-FREDDIE, okay. So that's where that one will be. And for the other one, the HAFA non-owner OC certificate, that's right here. It's pretty easy to see. Just go ahead and drag that over and then hit view and print. Okay, we'll do that now. When the forms come up on the screen, here's the new RMA. I hope that's big enough for you to see. But you're going to notice some new questions here. How many single-family properties do you have? They're trying to find out about all of the homes that you owe, and we'll look at the rest of the questions here in just a minute. Has the mortgage on your principal residence ever had a HAMP trial period or permanent mod? Has the mortgage on any other property that you own or co-own had a permanent HAMP modification, yes or no? If yes, how many? And they're really trying to gather some more data here to see if what they're doing is working, and to quickly put someone into the HAFA program. Are you or any other co-borrower currently in or being considered for a HAMP trial period? So what this is doing, in effect, is taking into consideration other properties that you may need help with. Okay, the hardship affidavit's now on the front page, okay, Section 2. Here's a real different section. Section 3 was not there at all prior. Obviously, property address might be, but I am requesting mortgage assistance with my principal residence, yes or no. If yes, I want to keep the property or sell the property. So you would fill in all this extra data here. The income asset expense section is very similar to before. It's a little bit larger and gives you a little bit more room to fill that in, which is always a good thing. They've added a 710 looking form, required income documentation. This looks very similar to the 710 form for Fannie and Freddie. Again, this is not Fannie and Freddie. And the real big difference here is the other properties owned, which is Section 5. Okay, so if there's any other properties besides the subject property that you own, okay, you would put that information here. On a mortgage application, this is kind of like your schedule of real estate owned. Subject property information would go here. Okay, it asks if there's a second mortgage, do you have HOA fees? There's a lot more questions here than there ever was. If the rental property is occupied by a tenant, what are the lease dates? Okay, gross monthly rent. If the rental property is vacant, describe the efforts to rent the property. And I think this all has to do with or plays into their new rental program that they're coming out, where they're really starting to rent some of these properties back to homeowners after they've foreclosed on them or done some kind of a workout like a deed in lieu. Okay. There's a rental property certification here, okay, where the co-borrower and the borrower and co-borrower would have to initial. Your Dodd-Frank is built in. Hopefully that will go away sooner than later. And then you have some information for government monitoring purposes. So a very different form, but it's important that you understand and read over this form prior to disclosing it to your client, either via the software or any other method. Okay? So that is the new RMA for you. Let's take a quick minute and go look at the NOO Cert, a non-owner OC Cert. Okay, the non-owner OC Cert is right here, Making Home Affordable program, non-owner occupant certification. Okay, you are the occupant of a property that's being sold. Now, who fills this out is the person renting the home or living in the home. Because you will be required to vacate the property as a condition of the sale or transfer, you may be eligible to receive $3,000 relocation assistance. If you wish to be considered for this assistance, you must complete and sign this form. It'll need the occupant's name, co-oc name, and the property address right there. Okay, it's very important if you have someone living in the home that they fill this out if you're trying to get them the $3,000 relocation assistance. Thanks for taking a couple minutes with us today to go over the new HAFA requirements, the new HAFA regulations, the new RMA, and the new NOO certification. Don't forget to visit our website, www.shortsalesync.com, and let us know if we can help you with some short sale software, some file setup. We'll set up the whole file for $50. It will process for as little as $7.97 at closing a file. Make it a great day. This is Jason Baker with Short Sale Sync.